Yuta Okkotsu, the second main character of Jujutsu Kaisen and one candidate to become the next Satoru Gojo. What if Shoko took both pieces of Gojo's failed mitosis experiment, stole his eyes and implanted them into Yuta? Let's find out. My goal of this challenge is to copy as many curse techniques as possible, become a special grade sorcerer, gain full control over Rika and defeat Kenjaku, one of the main villains in the story. I will try to survive for 100 days in this challenge in hardcore mode to make it more interesting. But now, enjoy the video. I started in a desert village, and the action started right away. A dragon attacked the village, so I chose my character Yuta Okkotsu, equipped my gear, and used the special orb to obtain the 6 eyes. As I looked a bit around, I noticed that I have come too late to assist the villagers. They already defeated the dragon on their own. That meant free loot. There was also a sea serpent nearby, so I sniped it with Rika. The village also provided nice loot, thus I was loaded in no time. My starting gear was very solid, with helmet and boots out of sea serpent scales, and chestplate as well as leggings out of dragon scales. The sea serpent parts even gave me water breathing. As I tried different foods to get more hearts, an idea came to my mind. Maybe I could use those cacti to get reverse curse technique. And it worked. With my new powers and gear, I left the village until I ran into Kenjaku or Ghetto. I couldn't tell by the distance, but I didn't want to find out yet. To make everything a little bit clearer, I crafted myself a backpack. And it took not very long until I ran into the next dragon. But Rika quickly dealt with the monster. I decided to train a bit to raise the ranks and maybe copy my first curse techniques. With Rika on my side, it was not very difficult if I had the distance. But now and then, despite all my caution, I came near to the end, leaving the situation in the last moment. I wondered what I've missed because there was a big hole in the ocean. I realized that I copied 2 curse techniques, one by the grade 1 cursed I defeated earlier, and even one of Hanami's abilities. I used the silence to collect some diamonds, because not long after I got into the next fights. I know it's a bit cowardly to sit most of the time in the water, but in the beginning I had to be very careful, especially in this mode. My heart dropped when Sukuna spawned right in my face, so I took the other direction. He managed to slice me 1 or 2 times, so I was able to copy his abilities. In a fight against Awasaka, I realized that I became quite a bit stronger, but I wanted to reach the next step to gain full control over Rika. There was quite a way ahead of me, so I continued my training in the nights. A gigantic thunder dragon appeared, but I wanted to finish the special grade first. And as I wanted to take it on, someone else was faster. I hoped I could get the dragon egg, but luck was not on my side. I teamed up with Miwa and Yuta to defeat another Grade 1. Not long after, the scissor lady attacked me. I was glad that I could escape with her curse technique. And it turned out, the scissor technique was my new favorite. I was surprised to see that more than one mob gets targeted by the technique. I couldn't resist to play around a bit by giving some mobs a new haircut. A bit later I finally gained full control over Rika and reached the rank of semi-grade 1 sorcerer. Unfortunately, that was still not enough for the likes of Toji. So I stunned him with my scissors and ran as fast as my legs could take me. But there was one good thing, I unlocked reversed curse technique level 2. And not long after, even my domain expansion. To defeat Kenjaku, I wanted to be a special grade and have a little bit more tricks in my toolbox. I came another step closer to my goal by reaching grade 1. Dudes like Shozo couldn't stand me anymore at this point, even when he teamed up with himself. Ryu was the next on my list, and I got a little bit help of Miwa. He activated his domain expansion. But Rika saved the day yet again. Kururoshi, and that's a difficult name to pronounce, also tried to ambush me with her bugs. Even the whales were offended by her appearance. But I took quick care of her. Amamo no Mai was the next special grade on my to-do list. With combined powers, she was no big deal. Kechizu also had nothing to laugh anymore, because Rika hugged him a little bit too hard. After a bit of traveling, I came to a big crater, where a rainbow dragon awaited me, ready to attack. On the bottom of the crater was a huge ice dragon. I wondered if it could drop me an egg. But Naoya the hater worm thought he could use his chance to bully me after he was done with Maki. But that turned out to be very harmful for him, because Rika worked him in the surroundings. But then he transformed and was a lot tougher than before. I even had to retreat for a moment. At some point, I didn't know what's going on anymore, because there were 3 Rikas, but just 2 Yutas. One was hiding somewhere. Hashimo also got jealous and started to play with us. But in the end, he couldn't stand his new haircut. Later I found Sukuna, who exercised his new profession. Landscape planning. I continued my journey until Mahito attacked suddenly. But I realized there was a second one lurking behind me. The scene became wild again, as so much stuff was going on around me. During the fierce fight against 2 Mahitos, I reached the rank of Special Grade Sorcerer. With a new gained strength, I continued the fight. transformed Maitus made even more damage and were able to defeat Rika, so I retreated until I could summon her again. As one was distracted, I could finally take out the other. Rika and I chased for the other Mario to show him his place. After some time, I encountered Megumi Fushiguro. I thought maybe I could take him out quickly, but as I punched him, he immediately summoned Maharaja, like in the manga, so what else should I expect? I tried to face Maharaja, but he defeated Rika multiple times. At this point, I wasn't sure yet how to use Yuta's domain in-game, so I fled as I had the chance. But then I ran into Toji again, and this time I was able to face him. The silence didn't last very long because Hashimo and Higuruma awaited me in some ruined buildings. But my haircuts were too much for Higuruma. Jogo was the next disaster I had to face. We both activated our domain expansion. And Rika slapped him in his grave. Not long after, Naoya ambushed me for his revenge. So I tested my new trick I learned from Jogo. And he answered with his domain expansion. I finally figured how to use this domain properly. Maybe too much for him. Mahito too seeked for his revenge. So I showed him my domain, but he also wanted to show me his one. And unfortunately, this one took over. He even took Rika out. It was a very close call when his domain finally broke apart. In the end, I could finish him with a Black Flash. A huge ice dragon got stuck in the ground, and I wanted to test whether dragon meat was good fish bait. It seemed like they appreciated the snack. Later, the special grade insect first teamed up with Jogo. But Gojo intervened to humiliate Jogo again. I got Rika back to make peace with Gojo and tested my tricks I copied from him. Blue? And red. A little bit later I finally found Kenjaku, and as ready as I was, I attacked him. He summoned several curses and charged in my direction. I was quite busy cutting the hair of so many customers. But I took it like a man. Hanami also wanted to play with us. Gojo's red technique got quite handy in this fight. And then I finally took him down. I used the remaining days to find another opponent. This was when I ran into Sukuna. I decided to take out round deer first. He overwhelmed me a bit with rapid escape and knew it, but I dealt with both. And even divine dogtutility was no problem. But then he summoned Maharaga, and that's where the problems began, so I fled. I didn't know whether it was possible to beat Megumi as Yuta, so I left this for another adventure. If you liked the video, I would be really happy if you subscribe, like and comment the video. Watch also my other videos. See you!